Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, we are talking the skincare I broke up with in 2021. This is a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek look at the former Holy Grail Ultimate Love products that no longer feature in my skincare routine, and I won't be taking forward into 2022. There's no drama, there's no issues with these products. Maybe I've just found better alternatives. Maybe they no longer work as well for my skin as they used to. As content creators here on YouTube, I think sometimes we feel a little bit ashamed and embarrassed to admit that we changed our minds on products. But that's totally normal. All our tastes evolve, our skin changes as we age, and sometimes the former Holy Grail products no longer deliver what we need them to. And that's what I want to cover off in today's video. So sit back, relax, and let's talk the skincare I broke up with. Now, before we get into this, I like to issue the usual all caveats and disclaimers, and that's to say that all of the products mentioned in today's video, I still think are really, really good products. And it'll all come down to you, your individual skin type, and what you're looking to get out of your skincare routine. Always bear that in mind. Whilst I've decided to move on from these former Holy Grails, it doesn't mean that you guys have to too. Always use what works for you. But I would love it if you stand up in the comments section below with any of your Holy Grails that you won't be taking forward into the next year. I love to know what you're evolving in your skincare routine and just really what products are working and aren't working for you. Just promise me that whilst you're down there, you'll also give this video a big thumbs up and a like. If I'm looking just a little bit on the tired side today, it's because I recently adopted a new puppy, and his idea of nighttime activity is definitely play rather than sleeping, so he kept me up most of tonight. I'll leave a little picture of him up there, and honestly, if that amount of cuteness isn't worth a like, I don't know what is, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now, without further ado, shall we just cut the waffle and delve straight on in? And I'm going to start with this product. This is the Allies of Skin Promise Keeper Blemish Sleeping Facial. That's a whole lot of words and a mouthful, but the reason I'm moving on from this is I like it just a little bit too much for the price point. Now, this might seem a little bit baffling and counterintuitive. This product works so well. It's packed full of some really nice exfoliating acids and brightening ingredients. It's also really, really moisturizing. So you put this on before you go to bed and you wake up with like the best skin day ever. However, it's like £120. Honestly, I can't justify that price point for a product that I actually want to use every single day. I decided I was going to keep it for those special days where, I need to wake up with the glow game on point, and that's when I'd use it. However, I found myself just reaching for it time and time again, and also the expiration date on it isn't that great. So I actually found that when I was reserving it for maybe like once a week use, I didn't actually get to the bottom of the tube before it expired. So all told, I am giving a pass on this, and it's not coming through to me in 2022, but it's not because it's a bad product. I just don't think I can personally justify the £120 price point for what is, I think, an optional extra in your skincare routine. Gorgeous if you want that instant glow when you wake up, but for me, just the price point is a little bit too high for something that I want to reach for in my skincare routine. Now, I've definitely covered this product on the channel before, and it's the Ordinary Peeling Solution. This little red wonder has been with my skincare routine maybe for like 2 or 3 years, and I absolutely loved it. However, I've totally changed my mindset when it comes to exfoliation. Previously, it was all about the strongest exfoliant, believing that would give me the best results. However, I recently tried lactic acid, and honestly, it's transformed my glow game, the way I feel about my skin. It's minimized my acne scarring, and I've got far better results from a much more gentle, less invasive exfoliator than I ever did from this supercharged, super potent one. I just think over time, I've learned that what works well for my skin is gentle, used frequently in the long term, rather than that multiple high-strength active in one hit. If this product continues to work for you, keep on using it. However, I think in 2022, I'd like everyone to kind of take a look at their exfoliation game, maybe just reset our approach a little bit. I think a more gentle, regularly used exfoliant can deliver so much more benefit than the really harsh ones. I think, in our minds, if something tingles, if it stings, if it prickles, we know that it's working and we get a comfort out of that. However, in truth, if a product is irritating your skin to that extent, it's probably actually doing more harm than good, because irritated skin is never healthy skin, which is why I'm totally moving on from this product, but absolutely in love with the Ordinary Lactic Acid 10%, which is my new Holy Grail exfoliator. Now, the next product is going to shock a lot of you, particularly if you've been around with the channel from the start, and it's this product, the Inkey Oat Cleansing Balm. I was like the ultimate fangirl for this product when it first launched, and I've been using it in my skincare routine for at least 2 years. I don't use it in the summer because I find it's a little bit too thick and rich for my skin, but in those cooler winter months, this is the cleanser that I was always reaching for. Usually around, October time, I pop one on order, and that'd see me through the winter because you get a lot of product for the money that you're paying. However, I noticed, we're already in December now, and I haven't actually put one on order, and I think that's the case if I've just found products I personally prefer more. Such a stunning product, but at the moment, if I want that balm cleanser, I'm reaching for this. This is the Juno Co Clean 10 Balm. So good. Like the Inkey List one, really hydrating and nourishing on the skin, which I love. Gets rid of everything, the dirt, the debris, the SPF, all gone like that, which is absolutely fantastic because it's super effective. It does have a light fragrance to it, whereas the Oat Cleansing Balm by the Inkey List doesn't, so you do need to bear that in mind, but I quite like that. It gives that element of the sensorial, and I feel that on the skin, this just feels that little bit more luxurious. It feels it melts in like butter, and honestly, it's an absolute delight to use. I don't reach for a balm cleanser every single day because I think even in the winter months, it can be a little bit heavy duty. I prefer a really nice cream-based cleanser, which is why I created my own this year, which is this, the Mad About Skin Gentle Jelly Cleanser. I absolutely love this. Of course, I created it, and I definitely created it with my skin type in mind. Someone that even with super oily skin in those winter months needs that little extra hydration, but maybe in a cream consistency rather than that oil-based balm. Whichever you choose to go for, I find myself reaching for the Inkey List one less and reaching for my other two favourites that little bit more. This is all going to come down to personal preference, and honestly, if you're still loving the Inkey List Oat Cleansing Balm, keep using it because it's a fantastic product. I just personally have found two products that I think just work a little bit better for my skin type, and I get a little bit more enjoyment out of using, and it all comes down to personal preference. I now have another cleanser to share with you, and it's this, the NIOD Sanskrit Saponins Cleanser. Now, I never thought I'd be saying I moved on from this product because this was like my absolute luxury must-have in my skincare collection cleanser. For those days where I want that little bit of a pick-me-up, you know, I wanted to feel a bit spa-like at home, a little bougie, a little luxury, a little extra. This is the one that I reached for. It was velvet on the skin, it smells absolutely divine, and it's a really effective cleanser. Okay, you have to pay a little bit more for it. I think it's like £22 here in the UK, when the average cleanser price for me would be around that £10 price point, but you definitely get a little extra with this, and it just feels so luxurious and spa-like. However, as part of like a video I filmed on the channel where I used exclusively NIOD products in my skincare routine for a full month, I'm going to leave a link to that video up there, definitely worth checking out. I found very quickly that actually when used too frequently, this product was a little bit stripping and drying on my skin. I was really surprised because I'm super oily and acne prone, so you know, a little bit of stripping isn't always a bad thing when it comes to my skin type, but this, I found my skin was just really quite sore and tight after I'd used it consistently for like 2 or 3 days. This kind of told me that this product, even though I love it for that luxury feel, isn't right for my skin type, and so I decided once I finish the last bit of this tube, I won't be repurchasing and I will be breaking up with and moving on from the product. And that really shocked me because this has been my absolute luxury go-to cleanser for the longest possible time. But again, I think sometimes we should never be afraid to just reassess our perspective, take a look at how products are actually working with our skin and whether they're applicable for our skincare routine in its current form. And that NIOD cleanser just happens not to be, which is why I'm moving on. Now, finally, I'm calling out this product, the Inkey List Succinct Acid Blemish Treatment. Now, I do feel a bit guilty because there's two of the Inkey List products in this, but honestly, both of them are really good. The Oat Cleansing Balm, the Succinct Acid Blemish Treatment, both work really well. But for me, this is just indicative of spot treatments in general. As someone who has super oily, acne-prone skin, I reached for a drying spot treatment day in, day out to kind of zap that zit overnight so I could wake up with it half the size, less red, less inflamed. I thought, you know, having used these for like 5 to 10 years, I thought, you know what, should I take a pause from it and just see how my skin reacts? I went cold turkey on all of the spot treatments in my routine, and honestly, a month and a half later, I don't think my skin has ever been clearer. Now, obviously, there's a whole lot of things that go into determining our breakouts and how much acne that we have. However, I definitely noticed zero difference from eliminating these from my skincare routine, and possibly even an improvement. I've been able to save a step, some money, because none of these products actually come cheap when you consider the amount of product you actually get, and all in told, I don't think I'm going to be going back to those spot treatments anytime soon. Of all of the ones that I tried, I'd probably say the Inkey List was my favourite. It certainly had that drugstore price point, which I loved. It had sulfur in here, which I think is one of the most effective spot treatments out there, and it also had that succinct acid, which, whilst I think the jury's out on how effective that is, I definitely noticed I got results from this. In truth, when you're reaching for that drying spot treatment, you could be just zapping all the hydration and the moisture out of the skin, which actually could prolong the heal time of that blemish. I always think, you know, let's treat our acne with kindness. Instead of scrubbing it, zapping it, and trying to eliminate it, let's treat it with a little bit of kindness like we would the rest of our skin. And honestly, just taking my word for it, it heals so much quicker and is less likely to leave behind a mark, pigmentation, or a scar. I don't think I'm going to be going back to the Inkey List Succinct Acid Blemish Treatment or any of the other ones on the market, and I'm just really happy with the results I've seen in my skin. So there you have it, guys, the 5 products I've broken up with and moving on from in 2021. Hopefully in this video video, it demonstrates that actually none of these products are bad products. If you're still enjoying them and they're working really well for you, continue to use them. Because I always stress here on the channel, you do you, and everyone's skin is unique and individual. I just like to be totally open and honest and transparent with you guys and share with you the products that maybe I previously fangirled about and some alternatives that I found, or how maybe I'm mixing up what I'm using in my skincare routine. Because honestly, I think skincare should be an evolving picture. We should just never nail it down and stick to the same set of products. We should always be listening to what our skin needs, how the products are interacting with it, and mix it up when we feel we need to. Wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.